So, on a global scale right now, we're seeing this Jupiter and Uranus conjunction in real life. This week, there's been so many stories about weather and mass communications, network outages, continuing to have changes, where so many changes are going on that people are asking major questions on them. So, one of the things that I want to say is Uranus actually represents mass technology in a way that is innovative mass technology. So the internet, for example, is very Uranian in nature. The internet is very Aquarian in nature. And that is very interesting to see that there's been so many network outages, especially regarding weather radar. And then last night in the United States, several states had 911 network outages. So, for reference, these were the states that had network outages, 911 systems reported to be down, and this tweet went out yesterday at 11:59 p.m. So, I want to get back to the fact that astrologically, this upcoming Jupiter and Uranus conjunction is a great awakener. And in the middle of eclipse season, we have so many unveilings. So, yes, we also have Mercury retrograde, and Mercury will be going direct. We're also going to have a very important and pivotal Scorpio full moon next week as well. So, a lot of the stuff that we're seeing where we're asking these major questions is also related to an imbalance of power. And in the US, I want to note that the New York Stock Exchange, also internationally, is part of that imbalance of power. And because this conjunction, and I have a video prior talking about the chart of New York City, but I also want to highlight the New York Stock Exchange. So this is the natal chart of the New York Stock Exchange. It's also extremely similar to Manhattan's natal chart. Manhattan, New York, is a double Taurus, and this upcoming conjunction is at 21 degrees of Taurus on the 20th of April. The New York Stock Exchange, the chart itself, May 17th, 1792, 10:10 a.m., has a Sun conjunct Mercury in Taurus. The Sun is at 27 degrees of Taurus. Mercury is retrograde based on this natal chart at 23 degrees Taurus. Now the conjunction is at 21 degrees Taurus, but there's so many charts that are going through such a, let's call it, upheaval, unbinding, uncovering with this particular aspect. And I want to note Algol, the fixed star, also Medusa, is 26 degrees of Taurus. And then although this conjunction does not directly connect with Algol, there is this opening of the crown chakra. That's the way I'm looking at this. And because of that, I also want to note that this upcoming conjunction, and let me show you. So the Pluto, so let me see how I can do this. So my big ass head is right near Pluto. That's Pluto in Aquarius. And the square itself, or the conjunction itself, is going to square. So there is the Sun in Taurus. This conjunction is going to be right here in the New York Stock Exchange. And then Pluto is going to be square that. So for the New York Stock Exchange, there's also this like earthquake going on energetically. Taurus is an earth sign. Aquarius is this very Uranian sign. So it's this energy of like almost seismic shifts. And we're seeing a global seismic shift in the economy. So what this means for us as a collective is we're witnessing the demolishing of systems all around us. That includes economic systems, things like, Taurus is a luxury, but it's also like Taurus is the sign of the bull or the cow. And it's this energy of needing to re-harness your energy, come through the ground up, earthy, deep earth energy. And so, if we think of our food systems, things that are comforting to us, they're being really shaken and rattled right now, hence earthquakes, explosions, volcanoes erupting. And so these are just questions that I'm posing. Now, in our charts, this is going to be related to where this conjunction is taking place. If you have anything at, around 21 degrees of a fixed sign, our fixed signs are Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo. And that is going to kind of shake your chart. On a more advanced scale of astrology, I would also see if you have any midpoints on those degrees. I would also see what house is your Taurus house. I would also look at your natal Jupiter, your natal Uranus, and if you want to take it even further, your second house, which is ruled by Taurus, your fifth house, your eighth house, your 11th house as well. There's other kind of ways you can kind of look through your chart, but that's kind of where to start to see how this conjunction is waking you up and making you feel more alive than you ever felt. These are transits of a revolution, and in order for that to go down, the public has to wake up, because we've kind of been in, I would say, CPTSD, PTSD mode for many years. I mean, there's a reason why the lockdowns happened on a global scale, and there's a reason why we need to be asking these questions on a major level.